Hey guys, it's Will here, welcome back to the channel. So this is just going to be a quick video talking about next year basically. So it's kind of been inspired by a video Kirioth did. By the way, if you haven't checked out Kirioth's channel, go over there and check it out after you finish watching this video. Really cool guy. Got a lot of sort of rumours, upcoming sort of stuff on there, opinions on new stuff. It's cool. Definitely if you like your sort of your news and you're keeping pace with everything going on in the hobby, then check him out. But anyway, recently he did a video talking about hobby resolutions for 2019, and that kind of inspired me to think, you know what, I could do a video of my hobby resolutions as well. I mean, he was saying just, you know, put them in the comments, but yeah, I thought, you know what, I'll do a video as well, talk to you guys about what's going on in the coming 12 months. So 2018 was a pretty good year, to be honest. The channel's been growing. You know, it's only a hobby, you know, I'm not like a paid channel, you know, I don't get any money for this, I just do it for the fun of it, hence it's a bit lower production quality than some places get, but you know, it's been growing, I've been having fun, and that's the main thing. And there have been some gaps in the content when like life has got in the way, but on the whole it's been a good year. Been really starting to get up to pace with the 8th edition competitive sort of meta. Not sort of played any competitive events, but just in my pickup games, been starting to understand how to be good at 8th, because I think the first 6 months of 8th I kind of was just really left behind playing, still trying to play 7th in my mind, even though 8th was here, and you know, I think I've kind of caught up with you know, where we should be with 8th. And I've been having some fun dabbling in Shadespire as well. That was good fun in the early half of the year. Haven't played much of that recently, but yeah, it's good times. Anyway, so what does 2019 hold? Well, my first big hobby resolution, it's a bit of a funny one, but it is to try and respond to all of my comments, because I know the last few months I have been awful at actually replying to comments. I know people have put some great comments on my bat reps with really good suggestions on what I could do differently, questions, etc. And yeah, I've just been a bit awful at responding to those. I read them all, but then what often happens is I read them kind of, and then something comes up because, you know, the comment came through while I was at work, my phone beeped, I look at it, and then have to go and actually do some work. So yeah, but need to be more organised at getting to reply to my comments. So please, if you're watching any of my videos, leave a comment, whether that's, you know, just a general opinion, a suggestion, an idea, a request, you know, something you'd like to see on the channel, because I do read them all. I just want to get better at responding to those. So yeah, expect your comments to be responded to, and if your comment hasn't been responded to from before, yeah, sorry, my bad, I've been rubbish, but rest assured it was read. The other thing is to actually get into some organised competitive play. So as you can probably see from the channel, I've been, you know, the standard of play from a lot of my opponents is going up a lot. There's people bringing some real strong competitive lists, people like Sam and Tom, who are really solid players and have been going to a lot of tournaments. Now, I've not been able to make it to any tournaments this year, partly because I honestly didn't feel I was ready for tournament play at where our local meta is at the moment, but also because, you know, life gets in the way. I have a wife who's, you know, not always particularly well. I've got a young child, and you know, it takes up time. But hopefully this year I can get to some sort of competitive event. Now, tournaments are still tricky. I'm not ruling it out, but I'm not saying I'll definitely make a you know, even a one-day tournament, let alone a two-day tournament, but it's a possibility. But the big thing is there's going to be a league down at 40k Gaming called the Iron Hammer League, and this is going to be a kind of competitive stroke semi-competitive league, starting this Friday night actually, down at 40k Gaming in Colchester. I've already signed up for it, and because it's a league, you know, you can play one game a week, even one game a fortnight. They're making it very low commitment, which is great for me, because, you know, it means I can actually get involved and take part in some actual organised competitive play without having to put aside a whole day for it, because that's just tricky, especially when you work 3 out of 4 Saturdays. So yeah, really looking forward to that. I'll probably do a video about that, but you know, rest assured that you will see plenty of that on the channel, and that's going to give me some opportunities to play against different opponents, you know, not the same 4 or 5 guys. Also to improve how I'm playing with my lists, and you know, get to see some different stuff and see where I stand. And there's prizes as well. It's actually quite a broad range of prizes. I think up to 8 people, depending on exactly how they finalise it, are going to be potentially getting prizes. So you know, there's a chance I might win something there, but we shall see. We shall see. And with that in mind, want to just kind of get more opponents on in the bat reps on the channel as well. I've you know, mostly played against the same 4 or 5 guys, and you know, there's actually other people I play against, but it hasn't been bat rep. I'd just like to get more variety. Now, I am quite fortunate in that Sam has practically every army, so you know, I can see quite a lot of different armies, but you know, I want to get some different people on the channel. So yeah, if you ever make it down to 40k gaming and you fancy being in one of my bat reps, usually down there most Friday nights, drop me a message, and yeah, we'll see if we can get you on. Those are sort of the main things I'm definitely going to want to do. A couple of other bits I'm kind of looking at doing, but I'm not necessarily going to make them as New Year's hobby resolutions. The Scythes of the Emperor. Played a couple of games with them recently, really enjoyed it, but they're not the strongest army at the moment. Not only are Space Marines not in a great place, they're not as bad as some people think they are, I think, but they're certainly not a strong top tier army at the moment. But also my collection doesn't even reflect what a strong Space Marine list would be at the moment. But I really like them. They look great on the table. The Primaris models are lovely. I enjoy playing them. I enjoy painting them. So what I want to do is actually be able to get them a bit stronger, because certainly in my local meta at the moment, the people I'm playing against, even your pickup games, people are using them as tournament practice. So I need to get the army to a decent place and be able to play it well to actually, you know, it be worth playing those games. You know, I have no problem with losing, but it's not much fun if your army just can't even compete. So yeah, looking to strengthen that army, which hopefully isn't just going to mean more Marines and more vehicles for those Marines, but also adding some other factions, other Imperial factions in to strengthen that, because I think that's the strength of all the Imperial armies at the moment in 40k, is just how many different options you've got for plugging in different factions. So you know, I may already be working on some of that, but yeah, that probably won't be up and running for a couple of months. Got this league first, which is going to be my main focus for the next about 2.5 to 3 months. Although, you know, there will certainly be other stuff there, so if that's not what you want to see on the channel, don't worry, there's going to be other stuff as well. And so yeah, hopefully strengthening the Space Marine army, because the Eldar are in a good place right now. It's not the perfect list, it's not like utterly amazing, this will win the LVO type list, but it's in a good place and I'm feeling comfortable with how I play them, and don't want to add too much more. Although, you know, there's always that, oh, I could just get one of those, and or just have one more of those. You know, an army's never really complete. And the final thing I'm hoping to do, perhaps later on in the year, is do some proper like organised narrative play as well. One of the first things I did on this channel way back in the day when I started this up back in 7th was a a narrative campaign, and that was really fun to do. But the channel was very small at the time, not a lot of people had found me yet, so didn't get a lot of attention. But I really enjoyed doing it, and now with the Vigilus book and narrative play being kind of very much a separate thing from match play, I think it's you know, might be interesting to try some more narrative story driven games. So this year it's mostly been just pick up match play games, which are good, I like them, but having a bit more organisation to my games, whether it's kind of a more organised match play with like a competitive league, or even maybe making it to a tournament at some point, or you know, like a actual story driven narrative campaign type thing. I think both of those would be really fun to do, and so hoping to do both of those this year. So yeah, it's gone on a bit longer than I thought it would, as a lot of my videos do. So yeah, that's my hobby resolutions for 2019. So let me know in the comments what your hobby resolutions for 2019 are, and stay tuned and see if I actually manage to keep some of them. Bye.